Continuing our series, Journey from Disaster. Our next piece looks at how the March 11, 2011 earthquake and tsunami affected the lives of people far beyond northeastern Japan. The parents of a young American woman who died that day have been sharing her stories to help children in the affected area. NHK World's Miki Ebara sat down with the couple at their home.
Hello. Hello. Nice to see you again, Mickey. Again.
Jean and Andy Anderson greeted me just as warmly as they did 5 years ago at their home in Virginia. Their daughter, Taylor, was killed by the tsunami that hit the northeastern city of Ishinomaki. She was working as an English teacher.
I think in the beginning, I was only looking towards tomorrow. Healing is a day-by-day process because grief takes its time.
Andy traveled to Japan to bring his daughter home. He saw thousands of people whose lives had also been torn apart. He remembers feeling a connection to them.
The devastation was just unbelievable. But even then, I remember just how nice the people were, even though they were, 10 days, 11 days away from a horrible disaster. They, had nice things to tell me about Taylor, and they were very welcoming, and it's like we were all in it, felt like we were all in it together. We sent him a picture.
Soon after, the couple decided to set up a foundation in Taylor's name to help educate children in the affected area. They raised funds and went back to Japan to provide schools with English books. Their daughter loved to read as a child. They felt this was what she would want them to do.
I felt like that was a good message to them, that people cared so much to come, and that we were kind of passing Taylor's love on to them. So I think that was a real important thing for us to do for both of us, for us, our family, and for the people who lost so much there.
The Andersons have also been helping organize student exchanges between the affected region and the U.S. They hope it will foster understanding between the countries and strengthen friendship.
Taylor was teaching young people, and we felt like, let's see if we can help open up the world a bit for them, like Taylor's world was opened up when she went to Japan for the first time.
And the family's connection to Japan is getting even stronger. Taylor's younger brother, Jeffrey, is following in his sister's footsteps, now teaching in the same program in Japan's western prefecture of Nara.
So I'm here for you to talk with, to learn about my culture, and to teach me about yours.
The couple constantly receives letters of thanks from children and people they've met. The bond with those who live in the affected region, they say, keeps them going forward.
Over 5 years, they've just welcomed us back every year, and they understand. They've always given us everything in their hearts.
10 trips to Japan in 5 years aren't enough for Jean and Andy. They now call Japan their second home, and they want to continue their journey with those still struggling to rebuild their lives. Miki Ebara, NHK World, Richmond, Virginia.
Another story in our series looks at how residents of one community face a difficult decision, whether to demolish a painful symbol of March 11 or keep it as a reminder for future generations.
These are the remains of Okawa Elementary School in Ishinomaki City. The children now go to a temporary facility at a different location. When the tsunami hit, there were 108 pupils enrolled at the school. 74 of them died. A survey by the city found that 45% favor keeping the school as a memorial, while 54% want it demolished. Last month, the city finally held its first public hearing.
I want the building to be preserved as an enduring reminder that lives could have been saved in Okawa.
Sonomi Sato's younger sister Mizuho died in the tsunami. Sato has been campaigning to preserve the building. But others feel differently. Shinichiro Hiratsuka lost his daughter Koharu, who was in the same grade as Sato's sister.
I think the horror of the tsunami can be passed on in other ways. The way to save lives is through education, not preservation.
Hiratsuka drives down to the school every day to pray. Even so, he has his own reasons for wanting the building demolished.
Some visitors even take photos of themselves in front of the building. I think that's not right. My heart aches when I see that.
Hideaki Tadano's daughter, Mina, also died, but his son Tetsuya miraculously survived. Tadano showed a video message from Tetsuya asking for more time for discussion.
Many people have yet to make up their minds. When I ask myself how I feel about it, I'm still very uncertain. I think we need to take more time to talk about it.
Other affected communities have had to make similar decisions. In each case, a range of opinions had to be taken into account. In Kesenuma, a large fishing boat was washed far inland. The local government hoped to preserve it in situ, but local people and the boat's owner wanted it taken away. The vessel was finally dismantled in 2013. The town of Minami Sanriku wanted to remove the remains of its disaster management building, but the prefecture called for it to be kept another 20 years so people can discuss the matter more thoroughly. Arata Hirakawa is the former director of Tohoku University's International Research Institute of Disaster Science.
The argument inevitably turns into a dichotomy, in which one side must be chosen. I hope we can reach a consensus by trying to leave some places where people can come to mourn the victims.
The city of Ishinomaki is expected to make a decision by the end of this month. Such communities face many difficulties trying to agree on how to overcome grief and loss.